All right, for this week's assignment over Kesa, it was a bit challenging but very interesting. This is my principal's first year in our building at a middle school level. The prior one just went to become a superintendent. And so he moved from being the assistant principal at the high school and the AD to the building principal at the middle school. We found that as we began to look overall at the district level for Kesa, we lack the documentation. We're definitely at the beginning institution. We have a long road ahead of us, but there are several areas that we can improve in as a district. We decided to work on, as a district, relationships and cultural response, since that's what the state suggested that we focus on too, rather than all four. Where we are currently building a plan, we plan to have 3 to 4 goals to begin with, and then to add more as we go. The administrators and the superintendent are the ones that are putting it all together. They've asked for our input at a training, but then that's all we've heard from it. So sitting down with my principal and discussing this was a process. So the majority, when we went through each rubric, was there wasn't a lot of evidence, or we were at the implementing. And we marked that because to get to the transitioning or higher, you had to have the documentation, and that's what we were lacking. Another interesting point was our stakeholders are typically our parents, which are also the ones that involve the most, so that participate in site council, parents as teachers, board of education representatives. So a handful are always informed and involved. It's how do we reach those that aren't. Some of the strengths we found are under rigor, that our career and technical program are up and running, and we have the documentation to support it. So we are trying to help bring the 21st century in, and also get them up to par. So whatever they decide as kindergartenish, to get thinking what they want, we're in this new program where we can track all the way up as career cruising or something, and so that's one thing that's in helping us. Under relevance, we have more of the transitioning and modeling, and we felt that was because technology is key in our district and implementing it as well, and we have the student engagement is very valued. So we have Stuco, we have Builders Club. We're constantly asking the students what they think. And the last thing we discussed after we went through it all is how in the middle school we don't really know much about the early childhood program or what the elementary buildings are doing. So we try to pick up when the kids get to us. So we either are playing a lot of catch up or it's a lot of questioning. So once again, this goes back to the documentation as well as communication. And so overall, knowing that the plan has been created as we are just beginning to get into the Kesa, we felt like it's going to take baby steps. But more importantly, we thought it was being done well, but it just confirms the importance of documentation in education, that you just have to document. And I think as an administrator in a leadership role, that is key, because if you don't have the documentation, you really don't have anything to stand on, because that's what the parents come to first to ask, or other teachers. So that's what I got from Kesa, and it sounds like a good program that's replacing No Child Left Behind. So thanks.